Ahem, I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial.
Hey guys, what's up? 247 Gaming back with another episode of Danganronpa. Last episode, we figured a lot out. We actually stopped the investigation because we had to go investigate something. And now we are back here at the trial. Oh wait, stop the investigation. I meant stop the trial.
We all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Okay, yeah, Chihiro... Yeah, we found out that Chihiro was basically a boy, not really a girl, so yeah.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
I think that Chihiro was actually a guy. The thought had never crossed my mind.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Okay.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
Well, we already knew that, Monokuma, so...
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room.
Yeah, so the killer wouldn't be... Because the killer must have known that Chihiro was a boy afterwards, so... They had to cover the, I guess they just had to cover it up.
And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
True, they must have investigated it.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
Yep.
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
You just explained how, like, they would have to cover it up. Really? Oh my god.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd.
You find everything odd, Byakuya.
I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
Okay.
This is the most titillating situation!
I freaking love Genocide Jill.
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
I think.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
You still think Byakuya's the killer?
Very interesting.
Well, I mean, that could still be true.
Very interesting indeed.
Could be.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
I think you just fake that part.
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I...
Not a lot of evidence points to how it could have easily been him.
I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
Yeah, but not for murder.
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery.
Okay.
The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
True.
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt.
So you're saying he just framed himself because, I don't know, he was bored?
He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder.
True.
At least, that's how I see it.
Yeah, and as smart as a person as Byakuya, he would try to cover up, like, the murder, so why would he do that? He'd had to be, like, very smart.
And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And
True.
then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy, if you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
Oh, so you wouldn't have cared at all?
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Decided.
Are you fucking with us right now?
Mondo.
No, I am not effing with you right now.
Effing,
I'm
what do
telling
you mean?
the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, we'll find out.
I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility, because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Alright, nice, Celeste.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
Yeah, we do.
Very true.
Don't class trials last
Our
forever.
lives are all on the line.
Maybe, I don't know.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
I guess. Well, if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's only one thing we can make sure that we know about the killer. Killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means... Oh. The killer has to be a guy, right?
A gun!
Yeah. Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it would have had to be in a guy. That's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. Well, someone could have lended, like, a boy could have lended the girl it, because they didn't say that borrowing a handbook was bad, but only stealing it. Oh, here we go, non-stop debate. Make your argument, here we go. Celeste's account.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Yeah, there's a single clue.
Clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
Oh, true.
I'm sure if someone saw
Did
the
anybody
killer,
get the
they
kill-
would've
Yeah,
said something
no.
by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
But Celeste saw the
Even
victim.
That might be enough
Celeste.
for now.
Celeste.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over.
It's not over,
You wanna
Yasuhiro.
know
Do not
who
give
saw
up.
the victim?
Who?
The killer. And only the killer.
No, that's
And
wrong.
it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in.
No, that was wrong. That was wrong. I need to go
Game
back.
over, man. Game
No, I need to go back. 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 What Yasuhiro said is
Isn't
not
there
real.
a single well,
Let's go back. Let's go back. Here we go.
Perhaps someone saw the
Wait,
victim
how do you
at
slow down
some
again?
point.
Okay, that's how you slow down.
All we need
No, we don't
You wanna
need.
know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the...
That's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Celeste saw it. It's Celeste. Celeste saw it.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes. I did see him.
Yeah, you saw Chihiro, Celeste. I don't think Celeste is the killer, though. Because, I mean, yeah, the killer has to be a boy.
Really?
I guess.
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this.
I feel like the killer's a
The
girl.
rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse.
Yeah, you
I
saw
him
Chihiro.
stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag.
Nice.
And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
I guess.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
Oh, wait, what did I do?
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Yeah? Well, I better get going. I'm in a hurry. Yep.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry.
Yeah. Oh my god, did Chihiro meet up with the killer?
But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Maybe it was something else.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much.
Yeah, he must have trusted the person he was meeting with.
Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
What a marvelous friendship! The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
What do you mean you can't guess, Makoto? You gotta guess.
No, you already have what you need to make the connection.
Wait, what do you have? Kyoko, tell me.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously? Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of.
Yeah?
Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did
Oh
it based
my
on two
god,
pieces of
I
evidence
know
that
who
we
the killer
don't
is.
have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we
I
wouldn't
think I know
how
who
to
the
use
killer
it.
is.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Yeah, true.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
Please say you did,
The
Celeste.
bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse.
Okay.
All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Got it.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from.
Yep.
Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
There has to be a connection.
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Okay, so we're talking about the jacket, I guess. Does Chihiro's track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow it's really hard to believe. Okay, why do I think the killer is Mondo? Because it looks like that whatever, like, he
First of
wears
all, we know where Chihiro
is
was
kind of
headed.
like a track
He was
jacket.
on his way to go exercise.
Yeah?
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
Yeah, why that
What do you
tracksuit?
mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because
Why?
it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So,
Yeah.
what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
Wait, what?
No, that's wrong.
You never said what kind of... Oh, Mondo, you screwed up. Oh, so
Hold
it
on a
actually is
second,
Mondo.
What did you just say? When Celeste testified a
Oh,
few
what did
minutes
I...
ago,
I
said-
accidentally went fast. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. Then I assume he headed off to exercise. They never said what color it is, you idiot!
she never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you? You just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The
Nope.
only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just...
You're the killer, Mondo.
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be true, Kyo. I'm sorry.
No, that can't be it.
It has to be Mondo. It could make sense.
The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
True.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was
Is because he's the
is
killer.
he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's
Cherry.
the only possibility.
Genocide Joe, why do you call Chihiro Cherry?
Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro?
You're an idiot, Owie. I'm kidding. You're fine. You're
So,
fine.
how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night.
What do you mean last
He
night?
walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
He shut the... Yeah, he put it in the duffel bag. She stuffed the jacket into her... That's a he. He stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was like she was almost trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone. Or
when
he.
Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag.
Yes.
If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Don't try to lie, Mondo. I think the killer is you.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it?
Yup.
Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it. To put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
Why, though?
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
The way he talked, the way he was acting, because I hate him. The way he was acting?
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo...
You noticed such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you?
Oh, so it doesn't matter if I got it wrong.
Did you really kill Chihiro?
Oh, wait, did I get it right? Wait, let me think. What did I say? The way he was acting. I guess that's... Yeah, I guess that's right. Mondo.
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
What do you mean?
Yeah! He would never do something like that! This is a false accusation!
Okay.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
Mondo has to be the killer then.
My time has nearly come.
Really?
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Yeah, Hifumi, you found some evidence,
Really?
didn't
What kind of evidence?
Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man.
you? Yes,
Just
a
tell us.
hero, man.
If
Why'd you say
really
that?
insist, then... Here it is.
Okay.
What do you have there?
Oh, it's a e-handbook.
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
Whose is it? Found it on the ground, right? Then it must belong to... It's mine! What do you mean it's mine? Chihiro?
I got it!
Oh, it was Chihiro.
We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
Yeah, and we didn't see it being in the mailbox, so I guess it's Chihiro's.
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not.
But they can be...
They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
But Mondo's strong.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall.
Maybe it's when you die?
For all your confidence, that is a remarkably
Oh no, but it
high
can't be
failure
because
rate.
Junko and Sayaka's were gone. I mean, they weren't gone, but they were
there might
broken.
be some kind of mystery in there somewhere?
Maybe it was never off?
How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
I have no clue, Monokuma. But we'll find that out in the next episode, guys. As we are going to end it, thank you all so much for watching. Next episode, we will learn more about this. I still think